guys, it's AskMsCassandra here, and I'm coming to you guys with some virtual advice column goodness, alright? So, what I like about this is you can send me your relationship issue, and we can help you have these conversations with someone that you really care about, because you want to have this conversation, but you want to rock the boat to the point where you guys have an off season, right? So I'm going to tell you something, a situation of a guy who jumped into my DM to tell me about an issue that he was having, and I will tell you guys how we resolved it and if we've resolved it. So he came to me to say that during COVID, he met a girl about a year ago, and they're still dating, doing very well. And during COVID lockdown since March, he basically asked her to move in. Now, last year when they were just dating, they weren't exclusive just yet. She told him that she went to another state to meet a friend, and they took pictures, and this guy took pictures of her and everything. And then the following year, which is this year, in February, it came out that she slept with the guy. Now, at the time, again, when they were talking and this occurred, it wasn't really cheating because they weren't together. They liked each other. They were on speaking terms, but he found out that she presented to him like they were just friends, and come to find out it was more than that. And we've all been there. We can get why she did that. But that's not the issue for him. What happened is that she's a content creator. She has her IG, and periodically she would post pictures of that time where she was with that guy, where the guy was taking these pictures of her. And because she's a content creator, when she takes these pictures, she doesn't roll them all out at once. She puts them out every now and then. So when she would put those pictures from when she went to that other state, and it's the pictures that the guy was taking, the guy is not in the picture. She's no longer in contact with the guy because they had that conversation already. But it was bringing him back, and he was feeling kind of bad about it because he felt like, well, we weren't together, so it wasn't like she cheated on me, but something about it makes me feel uncomfortable, and I feel guilty for feeling uncomfortable, and I also honestly really don't feel good about seeing these pictures on her page. So how do I have this conversation? So I appreciated that he reached out, and I read his question multiple times to kind of get the feel for it. And so basically what I shared with him was that even though they weren't together, what occurred was there was a breach in trust. She presented the situation one way to which he understood it, and later found out that it was a different vibe. So all it wasn't something that was wrong, trust had been breached. And he's harboring this feeling, even though it happened some time ago, they're in a good space, he's digging this girl, but he doesn't feel right, and he doesn't want to control her, but he also doesn't want to see it. So this was my recommendation. I said that there was a breach in trust, or at least the essence of, I thought you were on the same page to an extent, and I felt misled that you guys were friends, but it was something more. So I offered him this solution. First, you express that you'd like to speak with her and say, babe, I know that you're building your Instagram, and I know that you're passionate about it, but when I notice pics being posted of the guy you slept with, it hurts me emotionally. I'd love to schedule a professional shoot, or I'd love to take some new pics of you so that you can post that content. What do you think? So I'm going to break down for you guys why this method of communication works. What happens is the wrong way is that people talk down to their mate. They talk about what they didn't like. They talk about their hurt and their pain from a place of victimization, what you did, how you offended me. And what happens is the person who's the receiving end of that negativity, they're not really hearing you. They're hearing their flaws. And then so they come to defend themselves. And so now you get into a rhythm of the conversation around their flaws versus the real true issue at hand, which can be resolved. So what I broke down for him is that first, there are no you did this. There's no you statements, right? It's not you post these pics. It's pics are being posted. These pics are being posted, not you are posting pics. Because when the you statements come in, people get offended. Second, share how you feel. Big. This is major. And this is the part where people make the mistake, right? We don't share how we feel. We talk about the offense. You share how you feel. That expresses vulnerability, right? And as a gentleman, you're not afraid to say, it hurts when I see these pics being posted. It hurts, because it makes me think about the past and what has happened. The third major thing that works about this statement is that you're offering a solution. That's another thing that people skate around. You know, if you're going to ask someone to stop a behavior that's not working for the relationship, then you want to at least offer a potential solution, not to say it has to be this way, but how about this? And the key to it is at the end, you got to do something extremely impactful, which is you ask, what do you think? So in this case, what I shared, what he did was I recommended that he say, I can take these pictures or I can schedule a professional photo shoot so that you no longer have to utilize those old pictures, but now you have these new sets of pictures and you can post them to beef up your Instagram page. What do you think? Major. When you ask someone, what do you think? You take the conversation from feeling like a parent to child conversation where it's like a finger wag, and you turn it into a dialogue where we're working as a team. What works for you? What do you think about everything that I'm sharing? What do you think about these solutions? And, we can take it from there. And so he thanked me. I also talked to him about some other personal things, just in case if this was a deeper issue. But I'm happy to report that he had this conversation with her, and he told me, and I will just get to it. He said, finally, I talked to her about this, and it went smooth. She understood my point and removed the pics with a gentle sorry for not understanding that it was hurting me. If anything, sharing this has made my relationship stronger with her. Thanks for the advice. And that is what I'm here for, guys. This is money. This is magic. This is what I love. A simple conversation that could have totally went left, could have totally been misunderstood. And I love his girlfriend because not only did she agree to not post any more pics, she took the old ones down, got rid of them. That's what I'm talking about. See, this is the thing that people are scared of in relationships. They're afraid of changing. They're afraid of shifting. But really what that means is you're afraid of making space for someone, possibly because you never feel like you have the opportunity to ask someone to make space for you. You walk on eggshells. You're overly accommodating. In a relationship, yes, we do want to give a little. We do want to be a little bit accommodating, and we want to consider our partner's needs, their emotions, the things that they're sensitive about, the things that they're vulnerable about, and make a bit of room for it. Now, if it gets excessive, that's a whole different conversation. But again, I'm happy to say that this worked for them, and they are in good hands. So if you have any relationship challenges or struggles that you want to ask questions about, feel free to reach out. Hit me up in my DM at AskMsCassandra on Instagram, and I can give you a quick tip to get around the difficult conversation. Peace.